Hello farmers and welcome to a new Let's Play here in Farming Simulator 22. This map is called the Mythical Woods by Carl TG. It is available on all platforms if you are wondering, so if you like what you see for the map, go ahead and give it a try. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, we have zero money, but we do own land. Since this will be my last Let's Play here for Farming Simulator 22 until 25 comes out, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this. We're only going to probably have like 25 to 30 episodes, which for me is a short series. So we'll see how far we get and going forward here. But like I said, we do own some land, which is going to help us out. We have the enhanced loan system. We have the adjustable field prices mod. Everything is turned on: stones, lime, weeds, all that. Precision farming, crop rotation, and yeah, we are in hard economy like always. But yeah, we have $0, but we do own land, which is going to allow us to borrow some money because, well, I don't own anything but the land. The map itself looks just like this, in the Mythical Woods, as you can imagine. A lot of woody areas. That's these little brownish areas. All this is, I don't want to say all open fields or meadows, but there are some trees in there a little bit. You can see there are some fields here. We own field number 1. I'll show you that in just a second. Up here in the upper right hand corner is like a quarry. You can do things like making cement, gold. We may get into that. We'll have to wait and see. The main thing we'll be using at the start is there is a sawmill down here. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. I'm kind of concerned a little bit because I got to bring wood down there to make some money because obviously farming, I have no equipment. So just say, let's just get a tractor or seeder and make money that way. It's going to take a while. So we're going to have to sell some wood. And on Hills of Tuscany, I didn't own that sawmill. We brought some logs down there and I filled the sawmill and it took a while to sell some logs. So we made up buying the sawmill. I don't know if that's going to help. If it gets too bad, then maybe I'll have to use the sawmill that I used on Oceanside Forest. But that sawmill made us a lot of money. I mean, I want to progress at a pretty good rate here since it's only going to be like 25 episodes. But I don't want to be going extremely too fast. I want to kind of enjoy the slow ride. I mean, it's kind of hard to go slow when it's only 25 episodes. But I think I want a good pacing is what we need to be doing. But let's go ahead and get started anyway. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need some money. So yeah, the farmland, kind of weird. This is the land you will start off if you're on Easy Farmer. You will get this land and a whole bunch of equipment. Down here would be your home. And that is just basically a log cabin surrounded by trees. And up here, of course, you get your field. And there will be like a silo and some sheds and your equipment. But yeah, we do own that land, so I don't know how much the land is worth, but last I checked, we should be able to borrow a good amount of money. $85,435 is what I'll be able to borrow, and we're going to borrow, well, $85,000 of it. We're going to pay it back. I'm just putting down 2 years because I should be able to make $4,000 a month just by selling trees. So yeah, we're just putting down a number. So let's go ahead and take loan. All right. Now we got some money. So the first thing we need to do is going to the store page. Oh yeah, I didn't check this. What do we got in the sale page? All right, yeah. Obviously, you can't just buy. I mean, don't get me wrong. That would be a good starting tractor, but that would leave me like no money left over to get other things that we need. First things first, I would I mean, if we're going to cut down trees, we need a chainsaw. I always go steel because that's what I have in real life. But anyways, steel chainsaw. All right, step 1 out of the way. All right, so now I need a tractor, and the tractor we're going to be going with is a Volmet, way down here. So in testing a little bit, I was just checking some things out. I am going to want a front loader. So I tried out this tractor with a front loader, but the thing is, this one here, this does not detach. So I was like, well, do I want it on there all the time? So I gave it a try, and the tractor acted kind of weird-ish, I thought. When steering it around with the front loader always on. It kind of like leaned quite a bit. So, and it's $10,000 more just to have the front loader attacher always on. I think we can get it cheaper if we just buy one in the store. So we're going to go with this one right here. So it is the 1203. You can see it's 110 horsepower, but if we come over here, engine setup, and we go home tuned, no cost, and it gets us up to 135 horsepower. So we are going to do that. Tire brands, let's go with BKTs. I always like those. Wheel setup, though. Do I want twin wheel? Ooh, I don't know how much money I'm going to have here. Let's just keep it standard at first, and we'll see how I end up with money moving forward here. Stickers, air blower, work lights. I think we'll go work lights because I may need them. Who knows? Front weight. Well, I'm going to be lifting up logs, so I don't think I want weights in the front right off. Beacon lights. There is no traffic on the map, so I don't think I really need beacon lights. Wheel weights. How much are the wheel weights? $1,600. I said I don't spend money, but I'm going to go with them. Attachers, yeah. So the attacher back here, we do have a 3-point linkage, but if I put an attacher, that will allow me to take pin trailers, so that would be good. Front loader attacher, yes. And we're going to go with a quickie because, you know, I can never resist a quickie. Let's go ahead and buy that for $30,350. All right, so we got ourselves a tractor, but now what we need to go here, front loaders, and then the quickie. I think the 120 horsepower one is going to fit our needs, 9,000. And we're going to try to match $50. Kind of match the color a little bit. So we're going to go with that. And then we need front loader, front loader tools. And we're going to need a log fork. And yeah, buy that for $3,000. How are we doing on money? $41,000. Yeah, I'm not going with the auto-loading log trailer. We're going to be loading them manually. I can hear a couple of you groaning already. Relax. It'll be time lapses or jump cuts when I load it if it gets that bad. So trailers, forestry equipment. Now, originally I thought about doing what I did on Oceanside Forest, which is getting one of these where I could tie a cable to and then drag them. But for $21,000 or $7,000, that's like 2 logs or maybe 3 or 4 logs to drag. And of course, you know, they're going to get caught and stuck on things. But what I did find on the mod hub, where is it? This logging trailer right here for $16,000. Walls, yeah, we do want... Yeah, I think we want a wall. We don't want the log sliding forward. Timber poles, I think we're to go with those. The higher ones, that means more logs I can carry. The question is, how much can this tow? I don't know. As for the color, I think we'll just leave it as is. Because why not? And I think we're going to go just... Can I go with BKT tires on this? I cannot. So Michelin wins out. All right, so that's going to cost us $17,400. Let's go ahead and buy that. That leaves me $24,000, which is pretty good because we are going to need a home. And I think the home, I say home with quotations, farmhouses, we're going to be going with a tent, which costs us $20,000. So that is all of our money used up, basically. All right, let's get into our vomit. So the color doesn't quite really match, but it's close enough-ish. Has a pretty good sound to it. Oh, I think stop and go braking might be turned off. Where's that setting? Oh, now I gotta find that setting. Crop destruction. Yeah. Stop and go braking. We want that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll attach to that, I hope. Yeah, we'll have to change that color in the future. And let's grab the log fork. Ooh, can I afford a weight? I probably should have a weight in the back doing logs. That just seems logically the right thing to do. Boy, how heavy do I want to go? All right, well, okay, $20,000 for the house. How much is that? 2.3, 3.3. I think that would just look... I wish I could see the size comparison to the tractor. I think that's just going to be way too much. This might even be way too much. Let's go with the Challenger color. I'm just trying to find the right color for the tractor. That may not look right. JCB might be a little bit closer. Let's go ahead. We'll just buy that. It's going to look like a mixed sunset on my tractor with the orange shades that we got going on here. Tractor does seem a little bit loud when I'm close to it, so let me know if the tractor is too loud, and maybe I'll have to do something about that. But if I scroll back, it's not too bad. Yeah, so the color coordination is way off. But in the future, maybe we can do something about it. Can I should be able to attach with the weight to the trailer, I hope. Okay, not in that sense. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can... No, that lowers... Alright, so that's not going to be what we need to do. So that does have a pin hitch. I thought that was going to go right into the weight. And I can't put the weight on the front because there's no 3-point linkage. Well, I saw the pin. I knew this was a pin hitch, but that's not... If I leave it on the weight, is it attached to that, or is it going to attach to the tractor? No, it wants attached to the tractor. Well, let me go ahead and we'll leave the weight here. I mean, I guess I could use super strength and pick it up and just put it onto the trailer and just bring it with us. I guess that's what we'll do. Do I have super strength turned on? I do. But there are no straps on. Oh, there are straps on this. Okay. Didn't know some logging trailers do and don't have straps on it. There we go. So once again, let me just show you the map. The store is at the southern part of the map, southern center. There is a train that goes through here, so we could sell stuff going through the train. Our land is here. The sawmill's down here. Now, I did show you the map. We own like some land like right here where the original home would be. But I sold everything, of course. We'll probably get the logs there. That's why it's a shorter distance from here to here. But maybe I should have a look at the farmyard first, if I want to call it that. Maybe take some trees from here first. Yeah, the trip may not be that bad. I'd rather probably might want to clear this out. That way we can expand on our land a little bit. Now, for land on this map, it's not that expensive. You can see here, well, taking consideration, we got the dynamic field prices. This is 44% over the base price, so it's $131,000 for that land right there. But like fields like this, not too bad. Boy, all the fields are expensive this time of the year. Is anything in the blue? Oh, there's something in the blue. When it shows the value in blue, that means we're getting a better price on it. $85,000 only for this property right here. That's not too bad. But anyways, let's zip on up. When I say zip on up, we'll be there in just a little while. Now, as I mentioned, everything is turned on for fields like stones, lime. Everything's turned on. Precision farming. So, yep, we're going to be doing that. So our score is going to suck for a while because I only got 21,000, and we got to go up to the farmyard right now and put down our little tent because I need some place to stay, right? Hopefully, it won't be a tent all the way through to the end of the series, like on forgot the name of the map. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. American Falls. There we go. It was in my brain somewhere. I just had to find it. But American Falls, we just had a tent all the way through. Now, the kind of interesting thing about this, well, there's a few interesting things about this map. It has the quarry. Like I said, we will see how far we get and how fast the money's coming in, how much we're progressing. But we could invest into the quarry and make things, we'll have to buy a production building for like gold bars or making cement. There might be a cement production already on the map. We'll have to see. As for end goals for the series, I don't have any. We're just going until FS22's release. That's it. So it's not like, oh, repay, you know, when FS22 gets here, wherever we're at in this map, that's where we're at. I think I need to go this way. I'm also don't want to be doing a whole lot of off-camera work because I'll be doing that probably on Western Australia. But yeah, you know, trees are what's going to be bringing us in the money to begin with. Yep, we're going the right way. So as I mentioned, no traffic on the map. I'm not sure if there's pedestrians walking around. I haven't been around the map too much, especially in the little village that we're going to. So I'll have to see moving forward. Now at nighttime, apparently there's magical orbs that appear. I'm not sure if those are the collectibles. Let me see. I can kind of... they said like 8 magic orbs. Is that going to be the collectibles? Okay, so those might be the collectibles. Will I collect them on this map? We'll see. I'll collect one at least, just to see how much it is. But if it's only 8, I'm thinking it might be pretty high up there in price. But you know what? Like I said, we're not really here for money-wise for a challenge, but I don't want to give myself all the money and just buy everything up front and farm. I did that on Hinterland. We just did that on Tuscany. And in the beginning, it's great because you got all the stuff. We can just get right to doing everything that you want. But as I move on in the series, this is just me personally. Without working towards something, I feel like there's something missing for me in the series. So I want to be like, oh, we got enough money to buy this. We got enough money to buy that now. I kind of like that in farming simulators. So I don't want to bring, you know, just give us $1 million and buy stuff and then farm and we're good to go. I want to kind of work towards it. So this is the farmyard. That's our field right there, by the way. So not big fields, but that's fine. We can always, expand on it further. And as I showed, like I said, it's not really a forest, but you can kind of see, yeah, the quote-unquote meadows. There's trees in the meadows, so we have to clear them out and do something with them. But more likely, when we buy lots like that, it's going to be probably make silage out of it and sell that. Probably should turn off the engine here. Where is a good place for my tent? I guess, like, right here? Would not be a bad spot. I really don't have a layout in my head for the farmyard at all. Maybe I should put the tent over here, kind of away from the forest area right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Before I do, though, let me get that up. And let me turn on the markers. That way, when I buy this, I can kind of see where all the triggers are. Construction, farmhouses. Change the color. I guess, well, I want a greenish color, because green's kind of my thing. And that will do just fine, I guess. Man, we'll just pop it down right there. And we got ourselves a sleep trigger. Perfect. Can I go in the tent? No, we cannot. Alright, so now we got ourselves a little home. At least it's a bigger tent than we had on American Falls. Now, let me turn off those markers there. Alright, let me unstrap that, and I'll just take the weight off. I'll put it over here. I mean, will I need it? I'm thinking I might, but if I can only pick up one log at a time, it may not be that big of a deal. Alright, here, let's go ahead and give this a whirl. As for removing stumps, I may just go ahead and delete them. I mean, I could go ahead and buy a stump grinder and remove them that way. Let me know what you guys want to do, because I'm not going to get that far today, I don't think. Let's see here. Let me just go ahead and trim that there. Trim that there. All right, let's kind of get this set up and see. Oh boy, it's been a while since I tried to load logs like this. This was the only fear I had when I was thinking about doing this series here, when I thought about it a couple days ago. And I picked this map out, and I was like, all right, how do I want to pick up the logs? You know, I'm not going to say I won't move to an autoloader. We'll have to see. Now, I kind of want to get to... why aren't those opening up? Alright, log grabs. Why aren't you opening? This is not a good start. Oh no! It's opening up the windows on... Okay, if I get off that... There we go. I gotta get off the tractor, because the tractor has its own key binds for opening up the windows with the mouse. Whoop. Gonna be a little bit rusty. So like I said, you know, I may do a time lapse loading these up, or I could just jump cut and then load up the trailer. Now I would like to get to, don't start laughing now. I want to get to drilling that field today. So that would mean buying a drill, of course, or I could lease one. But I think I would just rather go ahead and buy one. And I can't remember if this is the one I used on Cylindra or not, but that is 41,000. Yikes, and I don't even have enough to put down my seed hut. My seed hut is 5,000, so yeah, that might be a pipe dream for today. But at least we are getting something started here. Now, of course, if I want to get the auto loader for the logs, that would make life rather simple. One thing I did not look at is to see how much the sawmill would be if I need to purchase it. Do I even want to know? Let's go on down to the sawmill. Let me turn on the markers. Is that the purchase area? That's where I sell wood. Where is the trigger? Where would the trigger be for buying the sawmill? Anywhere? Can I buy the sawmill? Maybe I can't buy the sawmill. Well, I don't think this is one is going to be purchasable. Alright, let me just get into fly mode here just for a second, just to get a higher view. Maybe I'll see the trigger elsewhere? I don't think so. I don't think the sawmill is purchasable. Is there one that comes with the map? Let's go to productions. Oh yeah, I got all the premium stuff. May do a BGA. That's why I got a module of BGA installed. Been a while since I've done that. Straw harvesting. Maybe get some pellets going. Brick factory. Gold production. Crude oil. Cement and asphalt. Alright, so yeah, I guess if I want to do my own sawmill, well, yeah. we'll have to buy it, get the mod and build our own, I suppose. Actually, this one, is this one going to be light enough? Oh, I do have super strength turned on. I should turn that off while I'm doing this. Alright, so I can pick up a log like this and drop it on in there. Need to cut down the tree, Peanut. That usually helps. And trim it on up. Can I pick this one up? I mean, this tree does seem like it's awfully small. This stack is going to be terrible. But you know what? For a first load, I won't complain too much about it. Alright, let's try to get some of these taller ones out of here. Yeah, definitely want to get some crops in. At least in this month. Maybe not this episode, but at least in this month I would like to get some crops in. Can I pick that one up? No, that's too heavy. Oh, it's going to be rough to see the logs. Yeah, that engine does seem kind of on the loud side. I think I'll up the sensitivity on my mouse. That way it's a little bit quicker. Oh, that seems a lot better. Oh, but looking around, I gotta be a little bit careful about that. Yeah, that one is a little bit too long. And it's been a while since I just sold wood. I mean, I did on Tuscany, but didn't really care about that wood too much. I wasn't paying attention to the price too much. So I'm wondering how much it's going to be. For these logs here. Why is that one? Ah, that would be why, because it really wasn't in the trailer. Alright, I don't think this is going to look good as a time lapse, so let me go ahead and try to get some of this work done. And let's not tip over the entire trailer, as I just try to grab this log here. Yep, this will be painful, so let me go ahead and try to get a trailer load of logs loaded on up. He got it in finally. Well, I must say, it's actually going better than I thought. Been doing some adjustments. Not using my mouse anymore to control the front loader and the log grab, and using my Satex side panel, which is, you know, for not using that for a while for picking up logs and always using an auto loader, as you have seen me do many times. It's not going too bad. I'm glad I also got the work lights on the tractor, because that has come in real handy finding the logs in this tall brush. As for the trailer itself that we purchased, well, it's doing pretty good. The only thing is probably, you know, getting the high spokes on the sides. They might be just a little bit too high for what we have here, but it's working. I've actually been kind of surprised. I actually had to check twice on super strength, make sure it was turned off. There was a couple logs, I'm like, I can't pick that up, and I picked up, I'm like, super strength is turned off, right? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So, been able to pick up a few things. I did take about a 2-minute to 5-minute break, just looking at the map again, trying to figure out, you know, what I really should be doing, because $40,000 to buy a drill. Don't get me wrong, I do want to get some crops in the ground. but maybe buying some land to maybe make some silage bales and get those prepped for selling in the wintertime, so we have just additional income rather than just logs for this year. So been looking at some land prices. We'll have to go look at one particular plot. It's not that, well, I don't want to say it's not that far from here. I really don't know how big the map actually is. Really haven't been driving around too much. But let's get this log loaded. We're going to go down to the sawmill and sell. I really have no idea how much I'm going to get for these logs. Not a clue. They're not the prime width for a log that the sawmill would like, I would think. I'm going to leave the front loader on just to keep some weight in the front. I can put weights on the front of the tractor, but I can't, like no 3-point linkage, I can't use a regular weight. Now I can lease stuff, I can buy used stuff, I can do all that kind of stuff. No restrictions on that. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to pick that up and then grab that. And then of course, strap it all on in. Perfect. So looking at the map, farmland, which one was it? I was looking over here. A lot of the land over here is overpriced. Was it 48? Yeah, that's 50,000. Lot number 49 is 43,000. 20% off, which is not too bad. So we may ride up there just to see how many trees are actually there. And maybe we can just go ahead and, you know, probably for the first... Oh, I just realized I don't have a 3-point linkage in the front. So I would have to mow and then go around with the baler afterwards. I can't put a mower on the front, baler on the back. I'm not even sure now thinking about it because I just realized I don't have that much horsepower on this thing. Mowers, that's grass care. Where are the mowers? I'm probably looking right at them. Mowers, there we go. So 40 horse, that is 2.4 meters, 3.1 meters, 60 horse. Yeah, I can only run one mower. I don't want to windrow it and do all that stuff. So, yeah, we can definitely run a mower. But then as for a baler, we do have, I want it all-in-one, 140 horse. Well, that is going to be close. Is that also 140 horse? It is. That is 150 horse, and probably the higher up we go, the more it will be. I would like to try one of these out in the series. I did use one of these in, can't remember if it was 17 or 19. It's a lot of price for what it actually does, in my opinion. But so it'll be, oh yeah, the Kubota. How much is that? 150 horse. Okay. Well, something to think at. We need to go look at that land anyways. But let's go ahead and let's go sell some wood. Just trying to be sure it doesn't tip over or anything like that. I really don't know what to expect. I'd be happy with 10. Our environmental score is probably going to be... shouldn't be affected at all. Should be right at 50%, so it should be a negative. We don't have a positive. Yeah, I just got to take it easy around these corners until I know how it's going to react. Oh, I do see the trailer doing its normal thing with logs, so... as they shift, it's got to unattach and reattach. Well, I'll see you down at the sawmill because it's the same path I took to get up here, pretty much. But when I get down to the store and turn left to the sawmill, I'll bring you back. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to take a shortcut, so usually I would go that way to the store. But when I get down to the store, I got to take a left-hand turn. But the sawmill is just right through the trees on the right-hand side. You might be able to see it in the distance. This tractor actually does have some pretty good top speed for what it is. 20 miles an hour is not too bad, and we're hauling logs too. I think 10,000 may be a little bit over for what I'm going to get here, but I can always be hopeful. Now, if I end up doing purchasing that land to make silage bales. Of course, I'll be leasing the mower and the baler to begin with. Alright, let's see what I get for these logs. Alright, I mean, 67.57, that's not bad. Like I said, I was kind of overshooting for a whole bunch more, but at least now I got some money in the bank account. And as I start cutting down more trees and getting a little bit better than what I've been doing, yeah, that's not too bad. How much would it be, instead of buying the drill, maybe I should just lease it. If I were to... And the reason why I want to pick this one is because it is a direct drill. If I lease it for $21.21. Alright, you know what? For just having one field, that's probably the smarter move for the first year. And what that will do is, we got to start bumping up our environmental score bonus. So, I mean, if we get, you know, an extra 10%, what I just sold there, I would have got additional $670 if my score was, you know, 10% good enough. I want to bring the trailer back, and we will put down a seed hut so we can buy our lime and fertilizer, not lime and fertilizer, well, yeah, eventually lime, seed, fertilizer right at the farm. Oh, maybe I should get myself a lime spreader as well. Well, lime spreader, I can do that later on. Yeah, getting lime in the field will bump up our score, but not until we actually harvest the crop. Same with fertilizer. Soil sampling. I need to do that too. All right. First year's going to be a little bit rough. Let's just go get the drill. We'll lease that, and we'll get some crop into the ground. Having some thoughts as I drive on down to the store. Yep. Should lease the soil sampler, because that shouldn't be too expensive to lease it. And we'll also lease the drill on top of that, but only having one 3-point leakage, I can only bring one thing back at a time. Let's go down to miscellaneous, and I will go ahead and get the modded one. It'll be the base game range that I can do soil samples. I just want to get this one because it takes a sample a little bit quicker. Leasing it is only $8.67. I'll make that money back in the logs, and by doing this, make sure it's over there. Our environmental score bonus will go up as well, so that's what we really need. And now the cedars, and who knows, by leasing the stuff and using it, maybe we'll see it come up on... Make sure I get the solid fertilized tank on there. Yep. And lease it for $21.47. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, getting our environmental score bonus up, we'll get the money back here rather quickly. So I'll have to do soil sampling first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the soil sampler back. I just had a thought. Oh, that's right. I'm on the wrong. I got to be on the front loader. There we go. What are the odds? Let me pick this up here. The things you do when you try to save time. All right, now I want to push this over. Try to pick it up with the log grab. What the store would love to see when you're leasing one of their equipment is grabbing something like this with the log grab. Actually, probably be best if I did it like I was picking up a log. Oh, I'm on the tractor again. Nope, need to be on that. Alright, the question is, will that stay there until I get back to the farm? I'll see you in a few minutes, either with or without the soil sampler. Well, I am kind of surprised that the soul sampler has been not an issue at all. It's not like vibrating around, not trying to jar loose like a log would. It's been pretty darn stable. Now, we are down to $5,476, which means I really don't have a whole lot of money to be able to put down the seed hut, which I think might be 5 or 10 grand. I'm actually going to be using Alien Jim's seed hut in this one. I don't remember how much his might actually be like 10 grand. Is that a container? Yes, it's a container. So those are 10,000. All right, so I don't have the money to put one down, but I mean, I'll just sell some more logs anyways. Let's drop off the soil sample cedar. And kind of hoping when I drop this, it may just go upright. Just like that. Perfect. I think I got my headlights still on. So we'll grab the soul samples. I'm going to keep this stuff around, like the soul sampler and the drill. If I could, you know, really back up to it, that'd be good. For the rest of the month, because the other farmland... Hang on a second. The other farmland's not that expensive. So if I keep selling logs, I can go ahead and buy some more farmland. But I'm thinking the other farmers probably have crops in it, and they're not... Either they're ready for harvest or they're growing. Let's see if there's any other barren fields here. Field number 7. But that's 91% over the base price. I don't want to be doing that. Are any of the fields... I mean, yeah, you can see they're cheap. 16,000, 5,000. But in order for me to put a crop in... Ooh, that field's not looking... Expected yields minus 80. That one's pretty good. So maybe we'll just buy the fields, because they are rather cheap. I mean, 64% over the base price at 16,000. Like I said, not that expensive. At least we'll get more than just having the one field. Let's see. I don't think I need that big of a map. That should be fine. All right, lower that down. All right, there's one sample. Wow, I really forgot how small of a radius the base game soul sampler is. All right, and then send in the samples. Shouldn't take too long for those samples to be calculated, I would think. There we go. All right, we'll drop that off right there. So I need another 10 grand in cash would be good. So we can go ahead and get ourselves the seed hut and also start planting some crops here. So let me whip out the chainsaw. And we'll start working towards another trailer load of logs. Hopefully I can stack it a little bit better. But for my first time in a long time, not using an auto-loading log trailer, I think it went rather well. Actually surprised I did not need the weight picking up the logs to put into the trailer. All right, here. Let me get going on this. Hopefully, I just lost the whole tip of the tree. Yeah, let me go ahead and get some of this loaded on up. And we'll take another trip down to the sawmill and see how well we do. Well, I thought my stacking was looking pretty good when I was loading up from the side, but now that I got a rear view of what we got here. I mean, it's not bad, but that's what we got on there anyways. I am starting to notice that there's not really many thick trees around. A lot of narrow diameter trees for the most part. So that's going to hurt our selling price a little bit. But, you know, we get what we get. It is starting to clear up a little bit around there. I guess in the future we could maybe expand a field over there, or just start clearing out some spots for some sheds or whatever. Currently I am thinking about just deleting the stumps. Starting to get a little bouncy around trying to get the logs in and out as I go deeper into the woods there. And a couple of the logs, I know I said they're not that thick, but a couple of the logs I was picking up started to make me lean forward, so I may have to use the weight in the future. But for the most part, it was nothing like serious where it was unbearable trying to get the logs into the trailer. So I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more than what we got the first time. I am just, like I said before, a little bit nervous about the sawmill getting full. So, like I said, if that happens, then we'll have to do something. I can't remember how much that sawmill was I used in Oceanside Forest. Of course, if we use that, we'll definitely get a lot more money. We won't get money for selling the logs. We'll be bringing the logs there to make planks and such. But we'll definitely make more money from it than what we're doing here. Alright, now let me turn on the zone marker so we can kind of see where that sell point is. So what was it, like 6,700 we got in the first time? I think we're going to do better this time, right? 10,000, there we go. And now we got a score bonus because we did soul sampling in our field. Well, that is pretty darn good. Well, I was going to end it right here, but I think we'll go back to the farm and we'll at least put down the seed hut. That will cost 10 grand, but at least we'll be able to buy our seed and fertilizer from there. The one thing with Alien Jim's seed hut is we do get a pretty decent discount on the products that we buy from there. So let's at least go put that down, and I think we'll get to drilling the field next time. But you know, let me know your thoughts. Maybe moving forward, like I think deleting the stumps is probably just going to be a whole lot easier than going around and spending time to doing with a stump grinder. Just like an Oceanside Forest, it's fun at first, but then it gets to be just a big time taker, and it's much easier when you're trying to get logs in and out to delete the stumps rather than bouncing around on them. But I'll have some more thought now that I got the episode going, the series kind of going. I was basically in the beginning just trying to figure out before I started recording how to just start where we're at, and now that I got a starting point and a rough idea of what we're going on here, I think I got some more ideas. Definitely a tractor in the future, very near future, with a 3-point linkage on the front and back would be nice. But, you know, definitely got to keep our eye on the sales page moving forward. I don't want, you know, like I said, I don't have any end goals for the series. It's just, come on, farm, do the fun thing, and see how far we get in a couple of months. So, yeah, just, I don't have an end goal of like, oh, we need big equipment, big this. Nah, kind of like mostly small to medium. Maybe a couple big items. If we ever get to the quarry, you know, probably get ourselves the big wheel loader and a bucket to load that material up to get to production buildings. I don't want to do any animals on this map at all. So, no husbandries I don't plan on doing. But production buildings, yeah, production buildings are going to make us more money, so we can at least advance this a little bit. Like I said, 25 episodes for me in a series is not long at all. I mean, in Western Australia, we're at like 45, and we're just, we you know, a couple episodes ago, we really started getting the ball rolling there, but things are starting to progress nicely on that one. So, but I think, you know, just by selling some more logs, we can buy some more of the other fields. When I say fields, I mean, this is like one of the biggest fields right here currently on the map. So, but we at least have more than one crop or one field to deal with. That would be nice. So let's go ahead and turn this off. I am wondering, did I activate, if I go to construction, which we need to, did I activate, oh, I do have the mod that allows me to move placeables. So if I don't like where I put the seed hut down, we can always change it around later on. But for now, I think we'll just go ahead and put it, container. Let's see, which one do we want here? Oh, one's a seed hut, one's a fertilizer hut. I forgot about that part of it. Alright, I think what I'll do is we won't, as much as I do like these and have separate ones, although it does make it easier to get seed and then fertilizer. So, should I have separate ones? A big hem and a ha about it. Alright, we'll have separate ones, I guess. Let's see, that goes to another field over there, so maybe we'll put this one... I mean, not enough money. 10,000? What? Oh, there we go. Didn't like something, that's for darn sure. Yeah, just put it down. There we go. Alright, so we got ourselves the seed hut. We'll have to get ourselves a fertilizer hut. But at the beginning of the next episode... Or is this the fertilizer? No, that's the lime. Yeah, that's the seed, lime, and herbicide hut. Alright. And then we'll get the seed hut kind of maybe a little bit further down here, separate them a little bit. So, in between episodes, I will get one more trailer load loaded and we'll go down to the sawmill. But I may have to activate the mod for the sawmill, which I'm kind of leaning towards at this point because I would like to just make a little bit more money, but that sawmill does tend to bring in a lot of money. So, but let me know your thoughts and comments below. I'll wait on that till I can see what you guys have to say. And let me know what you guys think about this series moving forward. But like I said, we got this field here. Oh, it does need to be plowed. I didn't check on that. Well, should I plow it? Okay. A lot of thinking to do between episodes. But, you know, we got a good start. We got a good start. We actually own this equipment right here. That is all ours, and the land is ours. And, yeah, we can do a whole lot moving forward. But anywho, if you made it this far in the episode, and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And while you're down there, if you haven't done so yet, might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell at the same time, so you don't miss out on content like this. But that is going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in, what's the name of the map again? Oh yeah, it's the Mythical Woods. I almost called it the Mystical Forest, but it's the Mythical Woods. I want to make sure I get that right. And I'll catch you again right here in the Mythical Woods. But until then, have a good one.